Doon, 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 doon. Kilted balls. Woo, that was way better than last time.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my gosh, so good. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Kilted Balls podcast. It's been a whole week. Can you believe it? A week. And my busy season is officially over. So I think that means that we're going to be able to start recording more episodes, right?
I am so excited to be able to record every day with you.
Yes, every day. That would be amazing.
We could always turn
Honestly,
them down.
I think if we did a 15 to 20-minute episode, maybe 5 to 10-minute episode, just going through what trades we made that day and the pluses and minuses from the day before, I think people might appreciate that.
I think that could be fun. And then when news and cool stuff comes up, then that'll come up.
Right. We'd be like breaking news. We'd be like, bam.
Yes.
That'd be
That's the stuff I listen to and I watch. I mean, Lifer's 2 hours, but that's a whole different game and a whole different commitment. And I'm
right.
there almost whenever he's on, I'm on. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I went to watch him today and it was blocked. So I probably could have used my phone, but I was like sitting at my desk and I was sad.
You didn't feel like reaching out and grabbing your phone?
No, I mean, my phone was next to me, but I was just like, eh.
Yeah. I was going to ask you if you had listened to it. I remember you saying that this morning.
No, I texted and said, yeah, it's like screwed up and I can't. It's like
Okay.
blocked. I was sad about the blocked. So sorry, Crypto Lifer didn't get a chance to listen to you. So some big Veefriends announcements.
Huge. Yeah. Lots of really crazy stuff going on.
Yeah. So tell us what was spill the tea, as my daughters would say.
I think the biggest announcements is Gary's been talking a lot about V2 coming up, the second version, and it sounds like even like anyone who's following, if you haven't seen any of the pictures, they're really, really cool.
Oh my gosh, is the gift goat not the cutest thing ever?
It's like a baby gift goat.
It's like a baby gift goat.
So there are 15 new characters and they're drawn like version 1. But everything else that was in version 1 has been made into almost like a cartoony type character. And everyone with a version 1 Veefriend is going to get the version 2 in their color or whatever, which is pretty exciting. I think that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And then and him tying in the book games as well, the only way to get the new characters, the new hand drawn, are to burn your book tokens. So to cash those in and to be able to claim. So you have to have matching frames. I don't know the breakdown, I can't imagine like the wood frame is going to be the same as like a champagne frame. There's probably going to be levels, or maybe he's even going to say, oh, you can't burn a wood frame, which is the most common. But it'll be interesting to see once that comes out and how all that comes out.
What did you think about the numbers of tokens?
It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But
for those of you who don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, the version 2 is 55,000 tokens.
But
normal big drops are 10,000.
Yeah. Book games was 100 and something thousand, right?
Yeah, but they were free.
Yeah, a lot of these are free. You pay gas, and book games right now. Oh, here I'm actually right here.
I'm excited to know.
The current book game floor has gone down a little bit. It's 0.399. So what is that in ETH?
It's more than I made when I sold my book game.
Yeah. So that's it's well over $1,000, which is not bad. And the floor price is going to be $1,000 USD. So the book games were free and they've gone up there. I think.
Well, they weren't free, but they weren't.
Yeah, you had to buy the books.
You had to buy the books.
I'm going to get as many of the version 2 as I can. I mean, I believe in Gary. I mean, I drink all the Gary Kool-Aid. And the cool thing too with the book games, you have a 26% chance of getting a whitelist through your book games. So that's another way to be able to get on. Then 10,000 of them are going to be like a normal mint, which you don't know what you're going to get. You pay for it. It comes to your wallet. Then you find out what you get.
So if you have a version 1, you get one. So that's 10,000 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you burn book game tokens, you get one.
Yeah, I
And then
forget.
there's going to be a public minting.
I've seen the breakdown, but yeah,
Yes, I saw the breakdown as well.
the biggest chunk of that I think is the book games.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, it could be.
So, anyways, it's pretty cool. And then also, if anyone's been paying attention, Gary teamed up with a trading card company. I should have that written down, but I don't. I can't remember what they're called. But all the version 1s are made into trading cards. And
nice.
it's a Dutch auction to be able to buy. They're making, well, they made 10,000 of them. They're releasing 8,000 of them.
Okay.
So there's all the, if you can get a core, bold as fuck bat card. It's got all the different colors. It's got the spectaculars, and then also I guess that's I haven't seen one yet. It says something about gunmetal for the special ones. So maybe like a FaceTime fly or FaceTime flea is going to be a gray sort. So, and then special autographed ones, and then I think each of the new characters is in there too. So
are these actual cards you're saying, or are they NFTs?
Actual cards.
Oh, so it's a collectible card set like sports cards.
Yep.
How do you buy them?
It is.
You said a Dutch auction, but like, do you bid on them and then they send them to you?
Actually, it's a blind Dutch auction, so it's one step ahead. So you don't know what other people are bid. Zerocool, ZEROCOOL.com. We'll have him on the Discord. If you're part of the Veefriends Discord, he breaks open a box. It's called a box. It's a pack, but it's really nice packaging. Think of like when you see the when Magic the Gathering does their secret drops. So like the bigger ones, it looks really cool. But so yeah, you bid the amount you're willing to pay, and like however much you're trying to get. And so what happens, the top whatever percent, until it's sold out, it goes to there. Everyone pays the bottom number. So say you bid, you'll say, oh, I'll pay $10,000 a pack.
Sure.
And then it breaks down, and then this person says, I'll pay $1,000 a pack. And that's where the cutoff is for all the packs being sold. Everyone pays $1,000 a pack. And then, then they send them out. So when you put your bid in, you have to prepay, so they know you have the money.
Interesting.
So I think my bid was a little low. I'm probably going to FOMO in and put in another bid. You have 3 days. And if it's tied, if you tie with somebody else, like say at the end, it's whoever put in their bid first will get it, as opposed to.
But it's a physical card.
It's a physical card.
Yeah.
Go to anyone who's on here. If you're not on the Veefriends Discord, even if you don't have a Veefriend, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there, a lot of cool stuff. But Gary breaks open one of the packs in the announcement channel.
So I think, to me, it would be an investment like everything else Gary does. So the question I would have is, how fast and how much can I sell that card for?
Are you going to send it into PSA to get it graded?
Right.
You're a rare one that you get out of the pack.
Right.
Are you going to get a Black Lotus, or are you going to get an Alpha? Fog wasn't a rare, but you know what I mean.
No, I get what you mean. That's exactly where my brain is. Right. So like if I put a bid on that for $1,000 and I get it, great. I've got a deck of cards. How many come in a pack? 10. So I've got 10 cards. One of them's rare. They're all rare. There's only 8,000 of them.
10,000. They're holding 2,000 back in case if there's issues, this or that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But only 8,000 in the wild. And so the question is, how do I sell that? Whether it's the rare or whether it's a common, or whatever
Yeah.
to get my $1,000 back.
I would say take it to VCon.
That's what you'd have to do, right? You'd have to take it to VCon.
You could do it on eBay, but I don't think I would personally. Just from I've sold stuff on eBay. I've never sold crazy high dollar, but I've heard horror stories for crazy high dollar stuff. So
Yeah, well, and if you go to Gen Con, you're not selling them at Gen Con.
no, I said VCon.
No, I'm saying in general.
Oh,
like
yes, I
like
see.
my Magic cards, I have Magic cards here, and I can go to Gen Con and they would pay me for my Magic
Yes,
cards.
I see what you're saying.
More than what I paid for my Magic cards.
Mm-hmm. You could go to any game store and sell your Magic cards.
Right. But if I came to a game store with a VCon card and I said, "Hey, I want $1,000 for this," I'm thinking they won't buy it.
Yeah. I would like to get at least one box. I put my bid in for 10, but I have a feeling it's going to be way too low.
I think you're going to be way high and it's going to come lower.
You think so?
Yeah. So the over-under audience here is $10,000. And so the question is, here is the bet. I am taking the under. I think it's going to be under 10,000. Kilted is taking the over.
No, I didn't say that. Oh, it was 10. I said what I put in. I didn't put in a $1,000 bid.
You didn't?
No.
I thought you just said you put in for 10.
No, that was an example.
Oh, I thought you put in a bid for 10,000.
My bid is $155.55. I think I'm gonna have to go up to at least I was like, you can take the under on that. I hope that I'm wrong.
I thought you said you put in a bid for 10.
No, that was the example. I'll have to cut this for TikTok. So yes. The example was 10,000.
Oh, I thought you were like, I put in a bid for 10 and I think it's way too low.
No.
I was like, no.
I put in a bid for 10 packs.
Oh, now I understand. So you were saying 10 packs. I thought you were saying I put in a bid for 10K.
Yeah, no, 10 packs at $155 a pack.
Okay. I'm like 10K's.
I'm thinking that's going to be way too low.
I'm thinking 155 per pack.
Per pack.
I was thinking 300 a pack.
You think so? You think 300?
I think 1,000 is my top. I think 1,000 is a lot for a pack.
If I had to bet if it was over or under 1,000, I would bet over. If you can't have 1,000, you can't pick 1,000.
Yeah. So is that what we think the line is 1,000?
I think it's going to be a lot more than that. I would like to put in a bid for 1,000, but I think I'm gonna have to put in a bid for a lot more than that to get them. Because you can get a book game token for more than $1,000 right now.
Right, but I can trade in that book game token for other things. That's the whole thing about book games is there's so many tokens because you have to burn the tokens.
There's 124,000 book game tokens.
Yes, and you're burning them all the time.
Is $1,000 at least.
Right, but you're burning them, and you have to get sets of them. So there has to be huge amounts because it's book games, right? So it's not like a standalone thing. And so I could jump on right now and sell my book games token for $1,000.
I see what you're saying, but the card you can't. And
the card has no other utility to it. So I'm not going to tear up my card to get a meeting with Gary V. Like that's not what's going to happen.
I can see what you're saying there. I bet it's going to be at least an ETH. Each pack is going to be at least an ETH. Cut it. Johnny, yep. Yeah, cut that. Make sure we get it out. Okay,
so an ETH. So we're saying over, under an ETH. You think it'll be an ETH? You think that's
I'll
the
say
bottom
an
of
ETH
the
or more if I have to say it.
So you're thinking the Dutch auction will be, the minimum bid will be an ETH.
I think there's going to be whales. There'll be crazy whales who believe in Gary.
Yeah, tough call. There's 8,000.
So you don't have you have a Veefriend. So you have the first. Let's not say Mickey Mouse, but you have the first drawing of Optimus Prime, and then you're able to buy like the first Optimus Prime statue.
So I'm going to take the under.
Okay.
After hearing that example, I think you are right on. That's exactly right. So I'm definitely going to take the under. So audience, in the comments, in the Twitterverse, whatever, tell us your thoughts. So the line is 1 ETH. Kilted is taking the over. I'm going to take the under. And what we're bidding on is, where's the Dutch auction going to land? Are people going to be paying more than an ETH for the cards, physical cards, or are they going to be paying less than an ETH? So I'm going less.
Awesome.
So
what are we betting at? Optimus Prime?
I mean,
any Optimus Prime is
no,
the winner gets an Optimus Prime.
nope, because then I would just draw you a picture of Optimus Prime.
Oh man.
Dang it.
I have my sweet Optimus Prime on my desk here.
Oh, I wish I had an Optimus Prime.
Oh, look, I just added this. I got this in this week.
How about this?
It's a star screen.
That is beautiful and amazing.
He's pretty awesome.
Kind of jelly.
So what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I will bet you one of my miners, a vintage original Antminer.
That is awesome. What does that give you when you're running it? Should we even plug it in the system?
You have to like download special software nowadays to run it. It's so tricky.
I don't know what I'd give you if you won.
So limited edition. You don't see a lot of these anymore.
That is pretty sweet. So one really cool thing that happened today, and I can't decide if
it's story time.
If I was going to shout out who it was. I think so. I would say they're a friend of the show.
Okay, we got a friend of the show.
And I don't know exactly which person it was, but it's whoever runs their Twitter.
Okay, gotcha. So a friend of the show and their Twitter account.
Actually, yes, I'm following. If this can be some homework for somebody. So friend of the show, I saw a really awesome Twitter post that they made, and it was a quote about them. So I retweeted it, and I just retweeted it because I thought it was awesome. I didn't make any comments or anything, and someone reached out and had said that they're very appreciative and thank you for doing that. Blah blah blah. And I said, I commented back that I appreciate them and all the hard work that they do, and I think that they're awesome, and glad that they're because they had pointed out that we shout them out on the show, and we do. It's an awesome project.
Yes.
And then I did have to give them some bad news though, because I said that they're not going to get any back end money from me because I'm not going to be selling any of that NFT. So it was just a really thoughtful, and I thought it was awesome for them just to reach out and say, hey, thanks for the retweet.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so do your homework if anyone wants to know. But I think the story's good without saying who it was.
Yeah, I think the story is really good without saying who it was. Though I think I know. Should I guess or not guess?
I mean, you can guess if you want. I don't think that they would care.
No, I don't want to out them.
Okay,
but
you're probably right.
If you don't want me to talk about it, I think that's cool. But wouldn't they want to be talked about? Don't they like shout outs?
Okay, guess.
Nope, I'm not guessing now. No, I feel bad.
I would say they do like shout outs, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was that it was private enough where they didn't send it on Twitter.
Oh, it wasn't a Twitter thing.
It was in Twitter messages.
You've got a very special relationship. That's what that means.
I think I just think that whoever that is, and I've interacted with, a couple of that team that they're awesome. Yeah. So coming up, we'll give them a shout out again because they are super cool.
Well, and so I think that's one of my favorite things about the NFT world is these communities are just rock solid, awesome communities, right? Like all of the communities. There's honestly not a community that I'm part of that I don't. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Like I'm in lots of Discords, right? But like some of them I don't pay any attention to. Even without really paying attention, I can tell they're an awesome community, but they're not my people, right? But the ones I'm in, they're my people, and I love those communities. But there's so many awesome communities out there. Yeah. I think that's one thing that people are missing in the in the real world. Right? Like they're trying to go to church to find somebody, or they're trying to be like a Lions fan and be somebody, right? Or they have their local bridge group. Do people still play bridge?
Or the new Charlotte Football Club.
Or the new Charlotte Football Club, right? But you can have these communities and relationships right in NFT land, right on your Discord and Twitter, and they're so powerful and so awesome. And I think we miss that. I think people miss that. I think they don't catch on that it's there.
It's definitely one of the great things about being in this space, over the last year, and one of the really cool things. Although I tend to be a lurker in a lot of mine, but
yes,
I do try to talk to people, and whenever I do, and when I'm involved in the conversations, it's always great. It's definitely a great sense of community.
Yeah. Well, like my favorite, obviously we've talked about a lot, is 8.1, and I feel like weird when I'm not like this weekend. I was just too busy. I wasn't on Discord at all. I wasn't looking at anything. It was, like I said, it's the end of my busy season, so I was going nuts. And like I get back and I'm like, crap, what's been happening with the 8.1s? And I feel weird, and I'm not going to go back through and read all the Discord messages. Like if somebody on 8.1 could give me like a synopsis of what I missed the last 4 days,
just
I'd
like
appreciate that. Just quick breakdown. That's what I need in the announcement section. Breakdown. Though I did see that I'm on a whitelist for something, and I've got to claim it and give them my wallet. I'm like, crap. I don't even know. Like I'm so far out of my brain. Like I don't even know what whitelist I just got on.
Nice.
But it's probably the Discord that keeps blowing up my notifications all the time. It's probably what it is.
So. I know they dropped the Mannequin 3D printer thing. I don't know if you
saw it. Yes. I saw it, and I was going to print it for this episode, but again, the weekend was cray, right? So
tomorrow, right? You have a 3D printer in your room, don't you?
Oh god, yeah. 3D printers everywhere. So I'll have to hook up and get set up and remember how to do my stuff and print me a Battle Cat Mannequin. That'll be sweet.
Super awesome.
That'll be super cool. So, well, anyway, folks, people have told us they want decent sized episodes, not super long, and they also don't want us to do super short. And I think we're getting into the realm of we're about to go super long, right?
Okay, we can wind it up then.
So I think we should. So give us a comment on what you think about our over-under bet for the physical Veefriends cards, and side with me. so that I'll feel smarter, because that'd be cool. So
see, I'm just speaking from my heart.
Yep. Well, you drink all the Kool-Aid. So
I do. I drink.
I only drink half the Kool-Aid.
Good job.
So, yep. And start paying attention as I start getting into investing and doing some swing trading with Kilted here coming up. And you can follow along with that journey as we add more, right? This whole thing started with our journey, and we'll be continuing that now with becoming swing traders, apparently, which is totally not the kind of swinger I ever thought I was going to be. But I
was going to say it is kind of a swinger kind of group.
I guess any kind of swinger is a good swinger, I guess. So I guess that's what's up. So thanks for joining us on the Kilted Balls podcast. We really appreciate you, and stay tuned for our next episode.
Yep. Thank you. Love you all.